Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests discuss HOPE, Horses Helping People, a nonprofit organization that provides equine-assisted therapies and activities for individuals with special needs. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I am so delighted to introduce my guests. Kathy Brown, co-founder of HOPE, Director of Therapy and Adaptive Programs, and Cindy Kears, Farm Manager and Riding Instructor at HOPE. And it's wonderful to have you both here, Kathy and Cindy, and to talk about HOPE, Horses Helping People. I congratulate you and everyone involved with this program. It's outstanding. And Kathy, help us as co-founder. Help us understand the concept behind HOPE.
Well, it's definitely been a piece of my heart for a long time. So
sure.
Many years ago when we first started, we were a very small program in somebody's backyard. And we weren't able to grow any because we were kind of stuck, and we're doing strictly just therapy,
right?
Physical therapy and occupational therapy at the time. And we had decided, a few of us got together and thought that it would be best if we could figure out a way for them to grow and go on, because you don't need to be in therapy forever.
Right, that would be for one step, then
right.
You have to move forward
right.
to the next
so
step.
Hopefully that they would be done with therapy and they could go into riding,
right.
But they would still need some kind of adapted situation.
Program.
It
Yes,
couldn't be
exactly.
just go on to a riding lesson somewhere.
Right.
So we founded the not-for-profit because it's a very expensive proposition as well.
Yes.
And we wanted to be able to provide services to anybody that came and wanted them without having to pay the amount of money that it normally costs.
Right.
So
that's part of your heart. You
Yeah,
want to
that
make
is.
sure that all
Because-
these patients have access.
And everybody that walks in the door that needs it can benefit from it, because
Right.
almost anybody can benefit. Even you don't even have to be one of the clients. You can be the volunteer and still benefit
I can
from
clearly
it. You know,
see
that kind of thing.
Yes.
But that was the basis of it being founded. And since that, we have gone and
right.
grown and added lots of things.
And where are you located?
We are located between Archer and Gainesville off of Williston Road, in that area.
All right. 40 acres of
It's
beautiful
beautiful,
pasture land.
yes. And we're very fortunate that about almost 18 years ago that it was a free lease by Dr. Anthony and Annette Mancuso.
Great people.
And they have been helpful in lots of ways other than just the free lease. They do help with maintenance of the materials and things like that, which is we couldn't do without. Plus, they help provide some of the horses. And
it's a family. It's a family.
So
of
it's
everyone
his
working
passion
together.
too.
Right.
Yes.
I understand that was the motivating factor, and it's your passion also. And Cindy, tell us a little about yourself and how you got involved, and for how long have you been with HOPE, by the way?
I've been involved with HOPE for close to 4 years now.
Yeah.
I started out coming in, I was teaching lessons a couple of times a week, but then I saw a need, and I've always wanted to take care of the horses so that they would be able to help the people.
You can see where it all
if
fit in.
they're not taken care of well and in a healthy state and very happy, they're not able to provide their service,
Right.
and, we aren't able to use them, provide the services to the people that need the help.
Right, and I can see there's a lot. Well, I can see there's a lot that goes on, and you have so many programs. I know you have a great website. We are asking that people go and to that website and read more about it. But still, list some of the programs that you have because they are outstanding. You're just reaching out to so many different individuals with special needs.
Well, we have of course, first of all, we do the occupational therapy.
Okay. Right, and
Kathy
everyone's
does
still trying to
that.
figure
Yes.
out,
Yeah, right.
what is occupational
Yes.
therapy?
Exactly. Well, I look at it, most physical therapists not real happy that, but to me, a physical therapist, everybody knows what they do. So they
Yeah.
teach you to walk, and occupational therapist teaches you to dance.
Oh, that makes
That's-
sense.
that's
okay.
kind of-
everything you need to do in your life. in a
Yeah,
sense,
so
to get
it is
along.
about activities of daily living
Right,
and function.
exactly.
So, I mean, I love my physical therapist, so don't get me wrong.
No.
But it's just
Nothing
more
negative.
holistic and more in
in
everything
the whole
that you do.
approach. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I can see, and I know that you have patients of all ages.
Yes.
And with many different needs that you are reaching out, and it's incredible that the horses are able to reach people and help them in this wonderful, highly trained way. And we're going to talk much more about that. We're just going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about hope, horses helping people. And welcome back to Cindy and Kathy. And let's go back to hope and talk about the people that you serve. The people really that motivate you, your clients, day to day. And again, the heart of hope. Help us.
There is no
Understand.
typical person that we see, and we see them from 2 to 92. It really
Okay,
doesn't
that
matter as
helps.
far as age goes. Disability wise, as long as it is safe, we are happy to take them, and if they're wanting to come, we have all kinds of programs to see all people with all kinds of different types of disabilities,
Right,
whether it's cerebral palsy or dementia or PTSD, because we have
Autism and
Yes.
so and we have movement
Wheelchair
disorders.
bound
If you're
and-
wheelchair, we have our It's just about anything that we believe after doing make safety and
Right.
assessments that they would actually benefit from it. And there's just so many benefits for everyone. There's even too many of that to name. It's
No,
just
I
amazing.
understand. I
It's like,
understand.
I get excited.
I know the outward benefit, the inside.
Yes.
That to give somebody a sort of another opportunity in their life to move, to grow, to have self-esteem,
Empower,
to
yes.
be empowered. Yes, and to know that that this horse is connecting with them, which help us understand. Cindy, what is it like for a session? Take us to that. Besides all the volunteers and everything, take us to a session.
well, when we do a session, we always let the client groom the horse.
All right.
It's very important for them to get hands-on. They're touching, they're moving around the horse, and getting that feeling of strength and power, being able to move and take care of this horse. So we always have them groom. Everybody helps with tacking up
All
the
right.
horse, getting the saddle and whatever other equipment
Right.
we use, pads, saddle pads, for the riding session. And that teaches responsibility. It's a whole list of things that they need to do and remember, to get their horse
Right. So
ready.
each time they come back, this is repeated.
It's a
I
routine,
understand
yes,
the
that they get
routine.
into, yes. And then we go out onto the beautiful property, our 40 acres, and we have obstacle courses out there
Okay, yeah.
that we can go through, and they can practice through hanging noodles and all kinds of crazy
Lots of
stuff out
sensory
there.
things,
Yes,
yes,
lots of
trying to-
sensory
Oh,
things.
this is
Yeah,
well thought out.
yeah. We play
Yes.
with a lot of games using balls. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of socialization when we're doing all these different activities. We have a lot of the UF students that
Oh,
come
come
out.
out.
So
And
they're
volunteers.
a big part.
Definitely,
yes.
we're a volunteer organization.
Yes,
so.
that's what makes you.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
integral. They're
Yes,
integral.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without the volunteers that we have.
And that is important. How long might someone? You talk about adaptive riding, so they sort of grow with each client might evolve from session to session
Certainly.
in their own way to meet their own particular needs. So you have to constantly have conference and think about this and plan it. They don't just show up and get started. It seems very well crafted.
Well, it's still a day by day thing because you never
Right.
know what somebody's going to
Yes,
show
you
up
have
like.
to always be flexible.
Always be
Yes.
flexible,
Yeah.
but each
Yes.
person has their own goal, whatever it happens to be, whether it is a adaptive riding goal or
Right.
it's a true therapy goal for what I have to do. Sessions kind of look the same, but they're
The
total
goals
different.
are
Yeah,
slightly
goals are
different.
different.
Yeah.
And it's still all about building strength and self-esteem and confidence, and all those things come with it at
Right.
the same time. Balance and
Oh, yes.
Core
And
strength
about
and
how many
balance.
horses do you have with Hope right now?
There's about 14 horses
Okay.
there now.
Great.
And that's one of the trickiest things is to get a horse that can do this
Can do
type
this,
of work.
yes. This
It's
is no
very
ordinary horse.
specialized. No.
Yes, I can see
Very
that.
special horses. Very special horses.
And
that
they
we
have to be able to really almost to relate so much to the clients that it's almost, it's just very special, would seem, not the ordinary. There's a communication that must come. And I would say that
That's
but
why we use
constantly-
them. They're so intuitive. They
Yeah.
know
Yes.
what we're going to do before
you even do it.
Yes,
They're
they're
talking to
reading
you.
But they're
us
good teaching
constantly.
tools for lots of people too,
Right.
because they don't lie. You have to be present in everything you do when you're
That's
around
what
a
you
horse.
said, and in the moment.
Right now,
Absolutely.
You have
so
to
it's
be
such
present.
an important thing
What
for
a
all of
good
us to
learning-
learn.
Yes, what a great learning experience.
Yeah.
It's a marvelous program, Horses Helping People. We have much more to talk about. We'll take another break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about hope, Horses Helping People, and I'm pleased to introduce Margaret Combs, author of Darby, the Horse from Hope. And Margaret, it is just a delight to have you here.
Thank you, Eileen.
Thank you. Your book is wonderful. It's a special book, Darby, the Horse from Hope. And your association with Hope is, I think, quite special also. Tell me how all of that came about.
Well, it came about because of a dear friend who had been a physician in the military in Iraq, and then a Navy SEAL team doctor who, after nearly 8 years, came back with severe PTSD. At that time, nothing was helping a whole lot, and there were lots of therapies, but it was not being successful. So living in Gainesville, where there's such a
great
large
programs. Yeah.
large number of programs. There's obviously the VA here. There are many vets here. I felt that he needed to be away from the isolation he was in, and where there were other veterans who'd suffered the same way, and in some of the programs that we have here.
Right. You could see this was the opportunity.
It was, and someone told me about Hope. And so I made arrangements to go out and see Hope. And I was stunned and startled at the wonderful things that I saw. Everything from a little autistic child coming up and not talking to anybody, but
Right,
reaching
but
up and putting
that
her
horse.
hands on that horse's face. And then the veterans came that come there from the Honor Center every week. And I watched their various therapy programs. I was there several days. And I saw a level of trust between the horse and the veterans that I don't think the veterans had with people.
And that is what's wonderful about your book. You definitely exemplify that in this book, because what you're saying I had never realized could even be possible.
Oh, yes. The fact that PTSD itself creates a mental condition where hope and trust and those things that we find are the better part
Parts
of
of
our
our-
nature
Yes.
go away. And then when these veterans learn that this horse they can trust,
Right.
one of
They
the
can
things
finally
oh
open up.
yes, and they can talk to them. And one of the things that amazed me one day was there was a veteran on a horse in the riding ring, and no saddle, just a lead rope. And the veteran laid back, all the way back, with his head on the horse's rump, and the horse went on around the ring.
What trust.
And was absolute trust. And that said a great deal to me about the relationship that could evolve between animal and man, where man could trust the animal when they had trouble trusting people.
And through that, could work their way back to trusting people
That's
again.
exactly right.
And find a life. The veterans
You
who've
got it.
given so much to us, to have to come back and have not be able to be communicate with
Right.
their family, with their loved ones, vice versa.
got it.
It's just too sad to bear. And from your book, written through the eyes of Darby the horse, I could see how the knowledge this horse had that humans didn't have, his ability to reach that veteran.
It's
explains it.
instinctive.
Yes.
It's instinctive with the horse. And they recognize when there's a problem, when there's an issue, and they respond. It's if the veteran or the patient is particularly disturbed that way,
Right.
the horse will know it.
They'll sense it.
They'll sense it, and they'll act accordingly.
And they're that intuitive. I mean, such a
Yes.
large animal. You talk about little children, and yet instead of being afraid, they know the horse is there,
Absolutely.
non-judgmental,
Non-judgmental.
there for them.
And that's another key issue that you just brought up. Adults, children, but adults are constantly, when they are suffering from something, concerned about being judged, particularly when it's an emotional or a mental thing.
You can't see it, but it's
Yeah.
in someone.
And
they feel it.
They know, the veterans know that the horse will never judge them. The horse will only be there to support them. And it's so obvious when you watch those sessions.
Beautiful. Horses helping people. Thank you, Margaret. We'll take
My
another quick
pleasure.
break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about hope, horses helping people. And Kathy, thanks for joining us again. And Margaret, this book is so phenomenal, and you are also making it opportunity for the support of hope.
Yes, the royalties for the book go to Hope. I've done special events with them and will do more. Anything to help fund this program that is so meaningful and so valuable to have in our community.
We are fortunate
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
that it is here. And yet, Kathy, how do you keep all this going?
With
it's
a lot of help
isn't
from
it?
a lot of wonderful people that are willing to give their time, such as Margaret.
Yes.
And there's many other out there, but of course we can always use more because we are strictly running off of donations and
Okay.
maybe a few grants here and there. But that's the only way we're funding is by people.
Right.
The most important thing is the individuals that donate their money.
Right.
I mean, time is important too, and we do like all of those, but definitely the donations is how we feed our horses and pay our electric bill and all the other things that everybody else has to do. But say
a
if
lot
we're
of
just in a
upkeep.
building, we still pay for that too. And then
Right.
on top of it, we have all this other, and our
So you
horses
have
are very important, and with they're taken care of as part of our family because they
Yes.
are our partners in crime, so to speak.
No, I understand. So they have to thrive, or you can't, or the program.
That's
will
right.
not
So,
move
and
forward.
caring for them can be quite costly.
Yes, veterinary costs.
Yeah,
I
just
mean, the
vaccinations,
feed.
regular,
Oh, yes,
everyday things that
that we aren't
yearly.
thinking about.
Just the minimum, just for is $500 a year per horse, just to have them vaccinated and have their teeth looked at.
See,
So that's
We need to be aware, right? And yet you're reaching out to so many clients and helping so many people. And there's a great opportunity for donating that's coming up right now. So
Yes,
tell us
it's
about
coming up
the
in April.
Amazing Give.
we've been doing it for the last several years, and
Good for
it's
you.
strictly online.
Right.
Which a lot of people seem to like that these days. I'm not the techie, but people seem to be that way. starting, I can't remember the actual date at the moment. It's in April.
Yes.
That you can
April
start giving.
22nd is the big 24-hour, but
Right.
you can start before that.
Right. But April 22nd, starting at 6 p.m.
Right.
till 6 p.m. on the 23rd.
Is the
It's like
24-hour.
and we're going to have, there's all kinds of things that go on, the power hours, and the furthest person, if you know somebody in Australia.
Oh,
you
that's right.
You know,
And
that kind of stuff.
Oh, how fun.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
We are going to have a kickoff party as well at Wahoo on 39th next to 75.
Yes. And that'll be that evening
It'll
that
be
the
starting
24
at-
hours starts on
Right,
the, on
it's
the
6
22nd.
o'clock on the 22nd.
Of
We
April,
will be
right.
there. Like the Hope board members and different people will be there. We don't have like the whole place rented out by any means,
I
but you
know,
can
but
come in
you'll
and
have a
eat.
presence.
Anybody that comes to eat gets 15% off if they say that they came because of us. It is
Excellent.
open mic night, so maybe we can have some partying going on too.
Yes.
And try to encourage everybody at that time. We'll have our computer set up, of course, at the same time, and
Right.
hopefully encourage people to go
give.
online and give it at that time, starting at 6
Right,
o'clock.
because it's a wonderful opportunity from the Community Foundation of
Yes.
North Central Florida that runs the Amazing Give, and
they help
it's great that
promote
you're
it.
a part. Yes, they promote it, as you said. Prior to that, there's other options, other opportunities, so people throughout this community will be made aware. And the fact that you are under this umbrella is also a great validation for how your nonprofit is run, how you use your funds, and which is wisely, and how you are reaching out to the community. So that's also a very positive. Now, I noticed though on your website you can donate at any time.
Oh, definitely.
You make
we
it
will
very
take
easy.
it anytime and be very grateful. Yes.
Now, what if somebody wanted to come out and visit?
Well,
is that an
if somebody
option?
just wanted to come see it, you can contact us. Their information is on our website. We're not there 24/7.
So they just need to
We
make
have
an appointment
caretakers that
and
are
think
worried about
ahead.
horses 24/7,
Right.
but in order we don't have office hours like other
Right.
people do.
I understand, but you're making such a difference with this program, Hope Horses Helping People, and I thank you, Kathy and Margaret and Cindy, and all your volunteers and everybody that is a part of this for making it an important difference in our community here in North Central Florida. We are truly blessed by this program, and I thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And I look forward to being a part of that amazing gift with all of you.
Great.
And I'm so glad that you tuned in, and I hope you will join us next week. Take care.